Welcome back to my channel. This is Dave Lowe from Get Some Colour in Your Life, and this is a painting that I'm doing from North Wales. We just returned over the weekend after having a couple of days in North Wales, a place called Dyserth, just by Rhyl in Prestatyn. And just going through some of the materials that I'm using today. This is the Da Vinci Cosmo Top, I think it's called. I'm going to be using my Hake brush, and also the first brush I showed you was the Isobay, which is 0.2/0. And so to start this one, I'm doing the usual 1-inch Hake brush, just covering the sky area of this painting. And it's a really nice, I took the photo while I was out walking about 5 o'clock in the morning, and so the sun was just about rising, and so you got some really nice colours in the sky. Half the sky is red orange mix, so I'm going to be mixing that now on my palette. The palette I'm using is Schminke Horadam, as you can see. I do enjoy using these paints, they're professional grade, and they're one of my favourite colours. They're really rich in pigment, really pigmented, and they're very easy to re-wet. So I'm just mixing up two colours to start with. I've got the more orangey sort of mix, and then the more on the yellow side. So that's going to do me for this half of the sky. And I also want some of that colour going into the landscape as well. So that this can be my base wash, the softest or lightest colour, and anything else can be added on top. So just the first wash, I want to add some of that red as well. I think it could be Pyro Red, I'm not sure, but it'd be very similar to that. If you do have Pyro Red, you could use that, and maybe Lemon Yellow, or Cad Yellow. Cad Yellow or Cad Orange you could use, or Cad Red. You could get the same sort of colours from those. And then for the blue mix, I'm going in with Ultramarine, and I did grey that a little bit with a touch of red and a bit of Payne's Grey. And that gives me the other half of the sky, which was sort of grey, sort of blue. So that's what I wanted to do. And as you can tell, the watercolour does dry a lot lighter. So you've got to bear that in mind as you're painting. Sometimes you may think you've gone too dark, too rich with the colours, but once they do dry, they do go a couple of tones lighter. So it's worth bearing that in mind with watercolours whenever you're doing a painting using watercolours. And I just need to re-emphasise those, the sky. So I wouldn't really do this sort of painting on a hot press paper usually. It's not my favourite of all papers, but I have run out of cold press paper. So I'm having to use this Bockingford pad once again. So I'm just going to work with it. It's not the end of the world, but I do think it would have been much easier because the pigment seems to sit on the top of this paper a bit more. There's a bit more of a resistance on this paper, so you can get cauliflowers and blooms in your painting if you're not too careful using hot press, and you do get a lot of pigment can run as well because it sits on the paper on the surface for that much longer, with there being no sort of grain or texture to the paper. So you just got to bear that in mind if you're using hot press paper, but I do prefer to use cold press, to be fair. But just going to roll with it and just see what I can do. So for the mountains, I'm using the same sort of colours as in the sky, the bluey grey sort of sky. It's just a little bit more darker tones now. And then I will be using, I did wash out my palette because I wanted to keep the colours nice and fresh, and so just to get those cleaner colours. You can see normally I don't bother cleaning out my palette. I just use the trays and the colours that are already in there. But for this, I think with it being a yellowy orange sky, and I wanted it quite clean, then I think I needed to clean those out. And then with this second mountain, this is closer to us. So the first mountain is just peeping from the side, and then this mountain I want just a little bit stronger than the second, and so this is going to be standing quite dark against the second mountain. And there's lots of nice little tones and shadows and all different things going on in this one, so I'm not after a perfect one colour, and it'll be hard to get as well using this paper. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover the whole surface of the mountain, and I do have a building there which I want to cut around, and then a few trees on either side of this of the paper. And so I'm just going in, adding a nice dark rich colours to this. Obviously the top of the trees is where the sun is hitting, so these are going to be lighter. So I use the same sort of colour, the mix, as the mountain in front, and then just added some Payne's grey to the bottom, and went quite dark as well. So this side for this tree, it's away from the sun, so we're going to add a little bit more darker tones, and this is going to be more on the sort of dark, sort of Payne's grey sort of colour. And then I'll just start painting around the house, and then I'll go in and paint that as well. I must admit though, scraping out with this hot press paper is quite nice. It really is lovely if you've not been to North Wales here in the UK. I do recommend going if you are close enough or lucky enough to live close by. It really is a stunning part of the world. We went to Llandudno, one of my favourite places, Conway with the castle, which I've also done a painting here on my YouTube channel, and just a few other places with fish and chips, and just enjoyed a few days. And plus we were blessed with really nice weather as well, which is always a bonus. So if you've been to North Wales, if you've been to any of these places, please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, then please do give me a thumbs up. And also, if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, then please do consider subscribing. I do upload videos each and every week, and most of my videos are beginner friendly. So I hope to see you there. Hope you like this one, hope you find it useful. And if you do have any comments, then please do leave them in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this painting. Why not give it a go? If you wanna do that, then feel free. But that's it for this week. Bit of a rush really to get this one out. Been really busy this weekend, just getting back and then doing this video. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.